What up, everybody? It's your boy Ricky Rick, and your boy Ricky Rick is back with another Ricky Talk. And today is November 18th, 2023. In case you didn't know, now you know. I am your host, Ricky, and this is Ricky Talk. And today we're going to talk about 10 unattractive things about men and women. That's right. What's unattractive to you is the question that I want to ask you guys. So comment on the comments below if you have something that you want to add that I don't add on this video. So I asked myself the question, what are 10 things that are unattractive to me? And this is what I came up with. I got a list. So, number one, for me, throughout my whole life, I have never been attracted to women who smoke. That's right. Whether it's cigars or weed, I have never been attracted to a girl or a woman who smokes. It's just not me. I don't do it. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke weed. And if I don't do that, why would I want it around me? I wouldn't want it around my daughter. I wouldn't want it around my loved ones, my father, my mother, my friends, especially if they don't do it. To me, the way I see smoking, it's kind of like when you remember how you when you or like still today when you go to restaurants and they have the section of non-smokers and smokers, and you're in a restaurant where it's mixed, like you're not sitting near them, but you can still catch a whiff. Yeah, that's just not me. I don't mess or talk or find women who smoke attractive. I'm sorry. Number two, man, this is a big one. Bad breath. Recently, I had to deal with someone with bad breath. I recently took a job at a closed pharmacy, and yeah, the person who was training me for the day had bad breath. Like, imagine it's my training day, my first day of the job. This person is trying to teach me. She's the person I can ask questions to, and they have bad breath. And you don't want to be like the person who's, trying to be rude or anything by saying, hey, like, I think you need this more than me. And it's nasty both ways, male or female, but I think it's even worse when it's coming from a woman because I think we expect it more from a man to have bad breath, especially if they had like a long day at work, or like even guys who like work like construction and they stop by a liquor store to buy alcohol and they come home smelling like alcohol. That's nasty. Number three, sloppy drinkers. Speaking of drinking, sloppy drinkers. Yes, man. Have you ever gone out with your friends or gone to a nightclub where they're dancing and had a little too much to drink, and now they're falling all over the place? Now they have become someone that is not capable of driving home. Like, you have to babysit them, look out for them because you came with them, and you feel like it's your responsibility to make sure that they get home. So, you know, and it kind of ruins your night when you're trying to have a good time, or, you're just trying to have fun. Like, enjoy a night out and forget about work and whatever you got going on in your life, and you don't want to deal with sloppy drinkers. So that made the list as number three. In no particular order do I have these rated or anything. I just wrote things down. And when it comes to sloppy drinkers, let me transition that to number four, which is sloppy eaters. Like, oh man, I think sloppy eaters is very unattractive. Like the ones that are eating with their plates, they got their hand, and they're just that food all over their mouth, food all over their hands, food all over their clothes. Yeah, that is not attractive, ladies and gentlemen. At least not to me. I don't find that attractive at all. The next one, I wrote people who pee on themselves. Like, Ricky, where are you going with this? Like, where did you come up with this? People who pee with themselves. Like, I had like many jobs. Like, for example, I'm thinking of two scenarios right now. Back in the day when I used to work in fast food restaurants, um, in homeless people walk in and they got that hygiene, that smell to themselves, and then it's even worse. Like, you expect them to smell bad, but then there's some that like don't give a you know, and sometimes they pee on themselves and they got that extra whiff of disgusting and strong odor, and you're just like, oh man, this is worse than bad breath. And then I'm thinking of another scenario where I did my pharmacy internship where there was a patient that came into our pharmacy and had to wait a little extra longer to get their medication. And while they were sitting down in the front of the pharmacy, they had to go to the restroom. And this was during the time of COVID where people were asking to go to the restroom and it wasn't open to the public. And then they literally, this patient, female, literally took a dump in her chair and pissed on the floor. Like, what kind of person does that and doesn't care that they did it in front of our staff, our pharmacy, and around other people, whether they're man, female, or children? Like, that's just wrong. Number six, dirty fingernails. Like, me growing up, um, it was like a trend for guys to have like that big long nail, or like I just seen a lot of guys that have dirty fingernails. And like sometimes, like if you go out on a date, like, yeah, that is not attractive. Just putting it out there for those that need to hear this. And if you guys agree, let me pause a little bit. Like, if you guys agree, please like the video. And if you're watching this video, please give the video a thumbs up. Let me know that you're out there. I ask this every single time because I know there's people who watch my videos and maybe you might not know how this whole YouTube thing works. So I do ask you guys, if you guys watch the video, to give it a thumbs up. Let me know you're out there. Let me know you like the video and you want to see more stuff like this. And the way by doing that is by giving this video a thumbs up or comment below that you enjoy the video, or adding something like, let's start a conversation. That is what I am looking to do with this YouTube channel. And every single time I get more subscribers, that also helps me know that I'm doing my job and you guys are finding my videos entertaining. So with that said, let's keep going forward. Number seven, know-it-alls. Like, have you ever been on a date where like you're trying to have a conversation and get to know someone, and everything that you bring up, they just seem to know everything about? Like, they just know everything about everything. I remember one time I went out with a girl who was trying to become an engineer, and she was just testing me, like asking me a bunch of questions, asking my opinions about this and that. And I'm just like, whoa, girl. Like, for this being a first date, you're asking a lot of questions that are very serious. And I'm just trying to like get to know you and have a good night. And you're over here like quizzing me like it's the test of my life. you know? Number eight, clinginess. Clingy. People who are clingy. At first when I thought about being clingy, like I do like a girl who loves me and like, hugs me, likes to cuddle, likes to hold hands, likes to be sweet. I like that. I like that because I think those type of relationships nowadays, especially the age where I'm at, is rare. So someone who's comfortable expressing themselves, I like it. But then if it becomes a little bit obsessive, or they're calling me every minute, like there's a friend of mine that I know where he has to text, send a photo, call his girl every second possible. And I think that's annoying and frustrating and unacceptable. And you have to give yourself some time to breathe, because if you're constantly talking all day, it's like when you come home, you got nothing to say because you've been talking to that person the whole time. And sometimes if you're talking to that person the whole time, it can't always be good. You know, sometimes you're arguing, and who wants to go home to that? Just me. Number 9, no personality and the person being very blunt. Have you ever like tried having a conversation with someone and you're just like, that person that you're talking to is just like, mm, that was interesting. Wow, sounds like a good night. It's like you're trying to have a conversation with someone, whether you're talking to them about your problems, maybe trying to get to know the person, and they're just like, "Hmm, oh, yeah, I mean that seems tough." Like that's unattractive. Right back to clingy, I did say obsessive and someone who's obsessed. Like for example, me. I'm gonna use me. I love my Rams. I love my Lakers. You know, I'm a sports fan, but I know when to stop. Like I don't need to wear my team every day or every time we go out. Like, no, I'm not about that. I have my love for my teams. I love watching the games. I love talking about it. But there's other things that are more important than that. Like, if I had to choose between my daughter and my sports, I will go with my daughter. If I had to choose my loved ones over a game, it's just a game. Uh, I wrote one more and that I didn't mention in my podcast, and that is lying. I think lying is very unattractive as well. Like, have you ever asked someone like a question and you just see them lying straight to your face, and or like they're making the story long or making a false story, and you can just see through the BS, and you're just like, dude, why are you lying? Oh, girl, why are you lying? That's unattractive. I have so many more that I looked up online, so I'm gonna do a part 2 to this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, like I said before, give this video a thumbs up. As always, I am your host, Ricky. Was a Ricky Talk. 10 things that I find unattractive. And as always, if I'm not giving you something to think about, talk about, your boy Ricky Rick ain't doing his job. And you already know your boy Ricky Rick does his job. Until next time, guys, I'll see you on the next video. I'll see you for part 2. Let's do it.